What's going on, people? Adam Mckola here. 7 Reasons Why is back. I feel like The Rock when I do that. 7 Reasons is back, and it's 7 reasons why Manchester United have beaten Istanbul Basaksehir. Get lots of points for that on Scrabble. 4-1 at Old Trafford. That's 3 wins out of 4 now in the Champions League. 9 points out of 12. And we're very, very close to sealing qualifications into the next round, although it's not quite done yet. So we'll be getting into 7 reasons why Manchester United beat Istanbul and our old mate Rafael da Silva. But before we do that, make sure you're hitting that like button, you're commenting, you're sharing, you're subscribing, you're joining if you can, because we've got so much coming for members very soon as well. And of course, get your 7 reasons in the comments below. Let's get stuck into my 7 reasons though. And first up, one is we started off brightly. We got straight out of the traps like we were Usain Bolt in it. United started off quick, got some early goals, and wrapped the game up in the opening 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Manchester United had that sewn up. Now, we know Istanbul in the second half, they won the second half for a while, 1-0 before Daniel James's goal came into it. And there was a couple of occasions when we thought, oh, if they get another goal here, then they're back into the game. But generally speaking, I was cool about the whole situation. I didn't really fear them getting that second goal. And I never really feared United would drop points today. And I said it in my review. That feels like vintage Manchester United. Turning up somewhere, beating a team before the game's really got going, taking off your best players, closing the game out, few goals under your belt, win points in the bag, happy days. It was like vintage United. But it all started that way, and we were able to bring those players off because of the fact we started off brightly. In at number 2, it's a Bruno masterclass. 2 goals from Bruno. Could have, maybe should have, had a hat-trick if he was to take that penalty, but here Marcus had already agreed before the game that Marcus would be taking the penalties. But Bruno was absolute quality today. Not only his first goal was goal the Scholes quality, but also he got another goal as well, thanks to a mistake by a goalkeeper, but it's the kind of mistake that the ball from Alex Telles deserved and Bruno Fernandes's play had deserved. And then, of course, his all-round play was good. It wasn't just the goals. When you think about his passing, the intricacy, the short one-touch passing in and around people with Rashford, with Marshall, with Cavani, with Van der Beek, it was quality stuff from Manchester United today. And Bruno Fernandes was at the heart of it all. And you know what? I wouldn't swap him for anybody in this world, that's for sure. In at number 3, Rashford ran him ragged. Well, it wasn't his best game today. It wasn't an amazing game from Rashford today. But what we liked, and we discussed this with Ronaldo earlier on his fan cam, was that Rashford held down that right-hand side like very few people do for us. When we play Mata there, he drifts into the centre, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka provides your width. When we play anybody else there, they don't bring you natural width. Now today, for most of the game, when Rashford was on the pitch, he was holding that wide position. It's where he won the penalty from. Maybe a soft penalty, but in my opinion, it was a penalty. He then got a goal from that. And whilst I still think, Rashford and Martial, particularly Martial, but Rashford too, they ain't quite playing at their best yet. The fact that Rashford's got 7-8 goals under his belt shows you just the levels he's setting for himself. And today I thought it was a pretty good performance. And it's one that shows Ollie that if we need someone to play on that right, Rashford can do it. In at number 4, Donny proves his worth. Now, we know he's better as an 8, better as a 10, but he played a little bit deeper today, particularly in that first half. And of course, they were getting forward. But it was that ability for Donny van der Beek to manipulate space, get the ball, bring the ball forward, bring others into play as well. And what we see from Scott McTominay at times when he plays alongside Fred is he goes hiding. We know Scott McTominay is always going to have commitment, effort, enthusiasm, tackles, all that stuff. But when we need someone to come and show for the ball, Scott McTominay ain't always that guy. But Donny van der Beek is. He's a baller. He's an absolute baller. Short passes, long passes, flicks in behind. And Bruno Fernandes today, when he had his back to goal, he always had a short option to just cushion it to and spin off or look for the second pass. And that's what we were doing a lot. Too many times this season, we see Bruno Fernandes and those two in midfield, a huge disconnect from him, a huge gap between them. And the opposition midfield can run riot in there. But today, we didn't allow that to happen. And that has to be what goes forward. Now, I don't know whether Donny van der Beek's going to start the next Premier League game because, you know, playing in the Premier League, playing in the Champions League, different paces to the game. Are we still taking our time with him? But Donny van der Beek has shown he has the quality to ball with United. And when he's on the pitch, we're better for it. At number 5, we managed to ride our luck a little bit in the second half and we managed to deal with the late pressure from Istanbul. I wanted them to let Rafael da Silva score. Their goal did come from a free kick now. I've only seen it in that live moment. I haven't been able to watch the highlights back. You could maybe say David De Gea should have got across quicker, kept it out, but it was a great free kick. It went in, had to be given by the referee's clock and the goal decision system, but it was given. Now, there was a little couple of minutes period where they maybe could have got that second goal, made the game a little bit tighter, but Manchester United were always deadly on the counter-attack, and we took one of those counter-attacks and allowed Daniel James to wrap up the game. So whilst some people were shitting themselves, and whilst one of the 7 reasons is we rolled our luck a little bit, I'll be honest with you, I was calm. I was cool as a cucumber. Watch the watch along. I tell Alex, I tell Joe, chill, we got this. And that we did. At number 6, the subs make the difference. Greenwood assists Daniel James for the 4th goal to complete the win. And that's what we need our substitutes to be doing. Coming on and having an impact. Now, when we brought Bruno off, when we took Rashford off, when we took, you know, Wan-Bissaka off, when we took Marshall off, we probably lost a little bit of our play because, you know, you're making a lot of substitutions. Players were getting a little bit greedy, looking for a goal themselves. I think, you know, a lot of us had in mind that we wanted Cavani or Marshall to score, and it affected the performance somewhat. You see everyone looking to score their goal for Manchester United. But the substitutes came on and they gave us a little bit of intent. Now, there was a couple of opportunities Mason Greenwood could have got a shot off, tested the goalkeeper, did a little better, but he didn't quite do that. And when the chance came for Daniel James, I was scared that he maybe would go a little bit greedy, but he didn't. He saw Daniel James's run, which was pretty good. He was helped by the fact that Rafael da Silva thought, you know what, fuck this, I'm going to let United score. And then he squared it across, and Daniel James had the simplest of tasks of finishing the game off. Great play by Mason Greenwood, and well done to Daniel James. It was lovely to see him scoring for Wales in the international break and giving him that little bit of confidence, and it looks like it's paid off in this because we know, look, Daniel James has his limitations. Daniel James might be someone that starts every single game, every single week, but he's someone that can offer us something from the bench, but we need him confident. We need him confident, and that goal will boost his confidence massively. At number 7, Istanbul, I think, ran out of steam or ran out of whatever it was, but they weren't quite on it as they were at home, or maybe it was because Manchester United were a lot better than we were at their place. We had no organisation in that game. We were all over the shop in that game, and they made us pay for it. Not quite in this game, but they did run out of steam a little bit. And I think they were blown away in the first half because United didn't mess about. Maybe Istanbul expected United would come out a little bit slowly, a little bit edgy, a little bit nervous, but we didn't. We came out the blocks quite quick, like a Usain Bolt, and then we wrapped the game up. And you know what? They couldn't quite live with us. So guys, those are your 7 reasons why Manchester United beat Istanbul Basaksehir. I'm sure there's loads more reasons as well. Get your thoughts in the comments below. Get your reasons in the comments below. And make sure you're keeping it locked to Stretford Paddock because we've got so much more coming your way over the next couple of weeks and months and basically forever. I've been Adam Mckola. I'm out of here. Head over to stretfordpaddock.bigcartel.com and check out the Paddock merch. And for a short time, you can get 20% off orders with 2 items or more using the code Paddock20. Go get on it.